What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another NSP Fantasy Football Waiver Wire video. Super excited to be here, and I'm excited to tell you guys about the players that you need to add because now we are getting to a time in fantasy football where the waiver wire is super important because trade deadlines, if it's not up already, then it's coming up soon. So the way to win the rest of your season, if you don't have a stacked team already, is to grind that waiver wire, and that's why we are here. But before we get into it, I just want to say a quick thank you as the time that I am recording this video. This is Monday afternoon, and I am going to say a huge thanks to everyone out there for allowing us to almost hit our goal. It's just 300 subscribers. We're at 299 the time I'm recording this. So hopefully by the time this releases, we're at 300 so I could go ahead and release the information on our giveaway info. So yes, we are doing a giveaway as soon as we hit 300 subscribers. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let's get right into the video. So first off, let's talk about QBs. So if you're one of those guys that like to stream QBs, this guy Marcus Mariota, he's the guy to have. He has had back-to-back games where he had 17 plus point games, and even though I don't talk very highly about the Atlanta Falcons offense, this guy seems to produce points. And to be honest with you guys, his streaming options ain't bad for the rest of the season. He's going up against teams like the Pittsburgh Steelers, Washington Commanders, Saints, Ravens, Cardinals, and Buccaneers. So his streaming options are good, just in case you do stream your quarterbacks or in case you have an injured quarterback, maybe like a Matthew Stafford for some reason that you're starting him. So go get Marcus Mariota. He's out there. He's owned in 46% of leagues, so he's out there. Go take a chance. Another guy who I'm not so very fond of, but let's talk about Deshaun Watson. Okay, so I'm going to have like a little 2-for-1 here. Deshaun Watson, Jacoby Brissett. Another scenario where you're streaming quarterbacks. Jacoby Brissett will be a great streaming opportunity this upcoming week because this is his last chance to go out there and show the league what he is worth so he can find a job either the rest of the season or next year. So he should be doing well. So go pick up Jacoby Brissett. But Deshaun Watson, he has proven year by year that he is an elite fantasy football quarterback. I don't know how he's going to come back, but this is a low risk, high reward. So if you have an opportunity, go pick him up, and you might be in desperate need of a QB. Go do it. I don't like the guy, but you have a high ceiling with him. Let's move on to running backs now. Yeah, that's all I got for quarterbacks. Very short on that. Running backs is my favorite. I love talking about running backs, and I'm going to talk about this guy kind of like we talked about last week. I'm going to talk about Isaiah Pacheco. Isaiah Pacheco, I think he took 18 carries this past week. The week prior, he took 16. He is proven that he is the running back one, first, second down back. He had over 100 rushing yards. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he was non-existent 2 weeks ago, and this past week he did go down with an injury, unfortunately. But fortunate for you guys to go pick up Isaiah Pacheco. He's owned in 40% of leagues. He's out there. The only thing I don't like about Isaiah is that he doesn't get involved as a pass catcher. So if you are in a full PPR league, then this might not be the best option for you. So don't go rush and try to get this guy. I got him in my leagues. In a non-PPR league, he scored 10 points, and that is great. That's just enough for me to have in a low-tier flex position. So if he's out there, go pick him up. I think he's a great find. Up next, I got Rachaad White. I talked about him last video. They are on a bye week. They're going to go into a week against Cleveland, who is actually ranked 31st against running backs. And then you have Leonard Fournette coming off of a minor hip injury. So we don't know if he's going to be limited, but as of recent, Rachaad White has been taking that running back one spot, taking more reps. He's more explosive, getting more yards, getting a lot of pass catching opportunities. I like this guy a lot. Go out there, get him while you can, because after this week, I don't think he will be available. So go out there, go get Rachaad White. Going up next is kind of breaking news, but not so much breaking news because I am recording this Monday. But Latavius Murray, we just got news that Melvin Gordon was waived off by the Denver Broncos. We continue to see fumbling issues when it comes to Melvin Gordon, and I guess that just was enough for the Denver Broncos. So Latavius Murray is the only option they have. He's going to be getting almost 90% of the snaps in the backfield. So it's a good pickup. I know it's the Denver Broncos. I know it's a piss poor offense, but this guy's will be getting the opportunity almost every play. So if he does that, it could have a positive outcome for your fantasy league. So go out there, go get Latavius Murray. He's owned in 11% of leagues. He's available, especially for your deeper leagues out there, 12-man, 14-man leagues. Latavius Murray just got a whole lot prettier, baby. Okay, up next, we got Samaje Perine. This guy, I count him as a streaming running back just because Joe Mixon did go down last game with a concussion. So that's not good, but it looks like he will be missing about a week. So if he does miss next week, even though they are going up against the Tennessee Titans, who are ranked 7th against running backs fantasy-wise, I like Samaje Perine. He will be getting the opportunities. He had 11 carries. As soon as Mixon was gone, he had 11 carries, 4 receptions, and 3 touchdowns. And yes, I did say 3 touchdowns. And it's not 5 like Mixon, but he is finding the end zone, and he will be heavily utilized in the red zone. So go get this guy. He's great for week 12 and week 12 only, unless something else happens with Joe Mixon. That's all I got for running backs. Let's go ahead and move on to wide receivers. Wide receivers, I talked about this guy last week as well. Let's talk about Donovan Peoples-Jones. He is clearly the wide receiver 2 for Cleveland, and I like him a lot. His production has been there. He was targeted 6 times last week, which is not a lot. Well, a lot for a fantasy perspective, but he did finally find the end zone. Now, I know that Amari Cooper finally proven that he can play on away games. I don't think it's anything to be worried about. I still think Donovan Peoples-Jones will find the production. I see him more like a Chris Godwin and a Mike Evans type of deal, where he's Chris Godwin who is not the wide receiver 1, but will be getting some production for fantasy. I think he's a good guy, a good week-to-week analysis to become a flex position for your fantasy league. So go out there, go pick him up. Things can change whenever Deshaun Watson comes back and plays for the Cleveland Browns, just because we haven't seen what Deshaun Watson can't do or who he likes. But I think this could be a safe pickup for you guys. Going on next, I got another wide receiver here that I talked early this season, and I kind of gave up on him. But now that he's back, fully healthy, has a quarterback back in the QB position, I want to talk about Treylon Burks. Treylon Burks finally found the production. He had 8 targets last week for over 100 yards. He didn't find the end zone, but yardage is just enough. I could totally see this guy taking more and more responsibilities when it comes to the wide receiver room, because to be honest with you, Robert Woods, he's not that guy. He got to play that wide receiver 2 position. Treylon Burks, he is the wide receiver 1. I like him a lot, especially for dynasty leagues. If you guys are playing the dynasty leagues, I think Treylon Burks will be that a good, solid guy to have on your squad. But that's all I got for wide receivers. So go pick up if they are available. Allen Robinson, I say that, take that with a pinch of salt, because I don't like what the Rams are doing. I'm not entirely convinced about Allen Robinson, but if he's out there, go pick him up. Rondell Moore, we see that DeAndre Hopkins is dealing with an injury, so he could have some upside. And Christian Watson from the Green Bay Packers. So you saw back-to-back games where he has just torn it up, and looks like he might be taking Rodgers' favorite wide receiver 1 position. So go check those guys out if they are available. Going into tight ends, last week I talked about Cole Kmet. So if he is available, go try to check him out. He's on the 74% of leagues. But the guy I want to talk about is Juwan Johnson. Now, he has racked up 5 touchdowns in the last 5 weeks and also had 40-plus receiving yards in 4 of his last 6 games. And that's pretty darn good. And that's only behind, stat-wise, only behind people like Travis Kelce and Cole Kmet. Yes, I said Travis Kelce. So he's getting the production out there in New Orleans. I don't like the way they run their offense, but this guy, he's out there and he's available for you to pick up right now. He's only owned in 14% of leagues. So go out there, take a chance on him, especially if your tight end's coming up in a bye week in the following week or in 2 weeks, because this upcoming week, we got no teams on bye. How crazy is that? So that's good for you guys. So those are your tight ends. Now, if you're like me, I like to stream defenses, right? So if you're going to stream a defense, these are the teams that I like. I love the Dolphins staying at home against the Texans. They just have a piss poor offense that can't get anything going on. I also like the Broncos going to visit Panthers. I'm not that high on Broncos, but their defense, they do put up a hard fight. And last week, the Panthers, they just couldn't get anything going. Saints at Niners. I love the Niners defense. Obviously, I'm a Niners fan, so this could be a little biased, but Niners have the best rush defense when it comes to fantasy wise, and their defense is pretty solid. They're gonna kill it tonight. Hopefully, I'm speaking Monday right before the game, so hopefully they do kill it Monday night, so I don't look like a fool here. But next up, I got the Rams at Chiefs. I got Chiefs here. Rams are struggling to find themselves offensively. Matt Stafford went down with an actual concussion this time. So let's see what happens there. But that's all I got for you guys. So if you find this video helpful or you like this video, smash that like button. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. Leave a comment. We answer every single question. And also find us on our live stream tonight. We will be going live answering everybody's questions. So you could ask us questions live, which we will answer right then and there. And last thing I want to say is a huge thanks to our sponsor, Dubby. Dubby Energy. It's an energy drink that it tastes awesome. It has no jitterness, no crash. It's perfect for stuff like this, like podcasting, gaming, school, work, whatever you're doing. Going to the gym, getting a sick pump. Use promo code NSPFT for 10% off of your purchase. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you find this helpful, like I said 1,000 times already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, keep on